Hey everyone, FSG here, hope you're all doing well. Today we are here to have a look at the very cool Ray County, Missouri map from No Creek Farms. I've got to say a big thank you to No Creek for letting me have a quick look at this early doors and share it with you lot. But this will be coming very soon in the not too distant future. Of course, it's going to be PC only. No Creek doesn't tend to put his maps on the mod hub or go through the console process. So this is a PC only map. And there's a reason for that, because there's a few additional things in here that you wouldn't be able to get on console. So straw and cornstalk bales particularly, and he's added in alfalfa as well. So let's go and have a look around the map. It isn't a particularly complex map, but it is, as you would expect from No Creek, beautifully, beautifully finished. So before we have a look around the main farm, let's jump into the PDA and have a look at that. So there you have it. The DEM is completely authentic to this area, and we'll see that in some of the rolling hills. You may have seen it in the preview at the... So there's your PDA, and the DEM for this map is obviously realistic to the area as well. You may have picked that up in the montage at the start with the rolling fields and so on and so forth. We have got two farms on the map. You've got the main farm here, which we've purchased, so you can see all of the different elements of the farm in here, but there is also another farm down here between fields 26 and 29. There are 49 fields in total, varying sizes, as you can see. I think 46 there is the biggest. A lot of corn and a lot of soybeans, as you would expect for this area, and there's some real variety in this. I really, really like it. Now, one of the big areas which I think is fantastic on this map is the co-op area down here, which we'll go and have a little bit of a look at. Some lovely, lovely touches in there. Now, that can be purchased if you buy Farmland 50, which is, to all intents, is not a farmland. It is, in fact, the whole road network and all the areas that you can't buy. So do remember, if you want to have full access to everything at the co-op, you need to buy Farmland 50. In terms of the crop calendar, as you were with all of the standard crops, although alfalfa you can see running right the way through the year for harvesting and planting season for the first half of the year from March through to August. In terms of productions as well, on the main farm you have a silo for converting chaff or grass to silage. You have 4 grain drying bins, and you also have the co-op grain dryer access if you do what we've just talked about there and bought field 50, so you have access to it. And we'll have a look at all of these in a little bit more detail. So let's start on the main farm. You've got a lovely farmhouse here, and if we walk around, you've got an open cow field here. You've got a nice shed here. I love the detailing on these with all the worn paint and things like that. There's your silo for creating your silage. Dispenses through there and loads through here. So you will need a blower for this. I will put a link to one in the description as well for you to use. Heading over here, we have another calf barn. So again, before you move them to the main shed, you can put them in this area and then transfer them over to the main cow barn over there. And then over the other side here, we have hog barns. So let's quickly run up here and look at the amount of effort that's gone into the landscaping here. Really, really nicely done. There we go. Hog barns here. I've left all the triggers up so you can see those. But feeding here, slurry here, collection, and your animal triggers are around the back. You've got feed there that you can use. And there we go. One trigger on this side, and that is mirrored on the other side as well. Now, No Creek did share an image with me with a few of the triggers on this farm when he shared the map with me. And if you want to place a custom manure heap, you need to place it in a specific area. You can see on the image there where he's highlighted that. Now, you'll find this in silos in the build menu, 25,000 there, manure heap, Ray County, Missouri mod. Now, they have advised that you put the trigger for this on the road here, so you may need to move things around a little bit. You also will probably need to turn on free mode, which is B, to be allowed to place it as well. So somewhere like there should see you right. And if I drop out now, see you've got your manure heap. All good. Now, wandering around the back of the farm here as well, again, this lovely detail. The old machinery broken down and bits lying around on the farm. Very nicely done. and the piles of straw as well. We have got these bins. Now these aren't any old bins. These will actually dry as well, so you will need propane for these. These do appear in your production menus. There you go, grain drying bins as we said, and they will dry your corn, but then you will also be able to store your other crops in here as well. And for your corn, there we go, 500 corn gives you 500 dried corn, but you do need to use some propane as well, which you can pick up from the co-op. There is your unload point for your propane as well to make those run. Now we're heading back up to the farm. We'll just have a quick look in these two sheds. So you do have storage space for machinery on the farm as well. Again, we have got all the starter machinery in there as well. Again, not a huge farm. Over to the other side, and we have another shed here too, with a few more pieces of machinery in as well. Doors, I think, opening at both ends. Oh no, we have a side door here. There you go, you can access it from that side as well. Very nice indeed. Lovely, lovely farm. Now, he does also say that he has done some seasonal things to the two farmhouses on the map. We're going to go and look at the other farm in a minute. But Halloween, Christmas, they get their own decorations, which is really, really cool. I'm not going to show you those. I'll let you find those out for yourself when you get to play the map. But I will wander in here, because fully decored out inside, it is rare to see such a well decorated building. I'm just seeing if any of these doors open. Yep, the desk in the office there, not all of these doors open, but this is nicely done. Lovely kitchen here as well. There's your wardrobe in there, sinks are full. Just good fun to see this stuff. It's great for roleplay. If you like that kind of thing, really good fun. So, lovely house. Very nicely done indeed. That is pretty much your farm. We are going to wander around here. We're going to jump in our truck. We're going to head down to the second farm, have a look at that. And then we are going to look at the dealership. And then finally head over to the co-op. And hopefully while we're driving around, you'll get a feel for some of the areas, some of the fields and the shapes and the contours of the map. And you'll see what a wonderful job he's done on this. So I'll leave the map up in the bottom corner so you can hopefully get a feel for the layout. And we'll roll down out of here. And we'll just jump to the PDA so you know where we're headed to next. So there we go. We are going to hang a left out of here and end up at the farm here. And just down from that is the dealership. And then we're going to cut back here and go to the co-op. That is literally all there is on this map. Loads and loads of fields and access down here, but it's just a simple but pure map. That's the best way to describe it. I really, really like it. So out of here we go. Again, you can look at the detail and the textures on the roads and things like that. It's just gorgeous. Really nicely done. Follow this car around here. Not hugely wide roads either, which is pretty standard in this area, I think. Especially when you're as rural as this. Now the train, as it goes under the bridge there, is well worth checking out. It just goes for miles. Branded up appropriately as well for the map, which is always nice to see. I think there's 2 engines on the front of it as well. Now, it may come around again in a little while, so hopefully I can show you that again. Now, here we are. Second farm. We'll just turn in here. I hope you are just kind of enjoying surveying the landscape as we drive around, because here is the second farm. A little bit cleaner and neater and tidier. Again, the house there, very nice indeed. Some lovely trees and decor and foliage, and then we have a couple of sheds. Big machinery shed there. Smaller shed there. Again, that old stuff lying around on the yard always, for me, adds a lot of value. You've got some bins here for things like seed, fertilizer, and so on and so forth. And then you have some bins here as well. In fact, I'm going to buy this just to see if these are dryer bins as well. So you need to buy block 29 if you want to get this farmland. So let's go back here, go to our productions, and yes, indeed, we have grain drying bins as well. So again, you're going to need propane if you want your dry corn, out of these bins. But this is a lovely, kind of more practical, maybe it's a better starter farm, or certainly a newer farm, or a neater, cleaner, tidier farm than the other one. So you've got choices available to you. I like it. I like the lived-in look of the old one, of the original farm, or the starter farm, shall we call it, more than this, but hey, they're both beautiful. Right, let's head out of here. Let's head down to the dealership, which you can just see on the horizon over there. There we go. Roll out of here. And down the road. Again, I love the texturing on the road, all the little bits and pieces where it's been filled in, where roadworks have been done and things like that. And we are into the dealership. So there we go. Nice entrance there. We have got the shop out front. And if we roll around here, there is our repair trigger on the other side. So, very nicely done indeed. I do like that. Right, again you can see the corn rolling across the fields there for miles and miles and miles, and you can see some of the roads to access those fields, those ones further back as well. But again, you can see the grooves in the field and the ridges and the shape of these fields. Really, really nicely done. Now I could run down here, but all it is all the way to the bottom here is more fields. There we go. That road just runs straight down to the bottom, so really access for these fields down here and nothing else. What we're going to do now, we're going to come back up here, back across the bridge, and we're going to roll around here and down to the co-op down here. Back over the bridge again, you can see the starter farm over there in the background. Even the camber of the roads there as you go around that corner, really nicely done. And you drop down here, again subtle changes in the elevation, but it really adds to the map. I'm really liking this. I'm not surprised, let's be honest. No Creek really does do a great map. His pedigree is fantastic, so it's lovely to see that. I think the changes and the updates and the improvements that we got with 25 have been carried forward to this map. But now, in fact, I should have gone down that road there, so we'll just quickly nip over here onto the gravel road, roll around here, and again you can see these fields. All this corn's going to be ready exactly the same time, which will be fun when you start out on the map, unless you want to take it in for chaff, which you could do straight away. So we roll down here, over here, just past this small pond or lake, and into here, and there's some cool stuff in here. Right, first things first, I'm going to go up to storage up here. So up here we have got, there's your dispensing area if you want to store your grain here. Now if you want to sell, it goes into pit 1, I believe, the one we're sitting over now. If you want to keep it or put it onto the train, it goes into pit 2. Also over here, this area that we're looking at just here, this is your trigger for selling your pallets and for selling wood, and you would go over to here and you would hit the trigger there, look, sell wood, the R button. So bear that in mind as well. And again, that only shows up if you have purchased land 50. But a really nice bin setup, bin complex there. Also, if you want to hire the train, you can ship your crops off of a map, there is your trigger to do that. So there we go. I've just asked for it, so hopefully it'll roll up in a little minute. And while it does, let's leave the truck there. Let's head over here, because again, there's some very cool things over here. In fact, thought that was it arriving, but it's not. It's just a fan from something. So, liquid fertilizer, liquid herbicide, and water can be dispensed from here. But before I show you that, because it's a pretty straightforward trigger, I'm going to run up here, just again a little bit more immersion. You can raise and lower that little bridge over your truck when it's in place, which is a really nice touch. But again, if you're in your truck here, let's just jump in and hit the R button. There you go, you've got your choices there: herbicide, water, liquid fertilizer. So I like that. Again, just a little bit more immersion than just rolling up and filling it up. And again, you don't have to use it if you don't want to, which is cool. Now, we are in the seed and I think liquid fertilizer store. So the nice thing about this, again, a little bit roleplay, but I like that. You can go up to here, you can hit the R button, there's your seeds. Let's buy 2 sets of seeds. Yes, I do. They are ready to pick up in the pallet hall. And there they are. Look at that. It actually delivers them in this building. You've got a forklift there that you can use to load them up. And you can reverse whatever vehicle you want up to this loading bay and load them on. Such a clever idea. So simple, but so nice to see that like, attention to detail being done. It's fantastic. So that was seeds. Let's go here again. Again, you've got the options for herbicide, liquid fertilizer as well. So let's do 2 liquid fertilizers as well. There we go. And they are there, down there. So again, load them up and put them in your vehicle. Now, the other nice thing you've got here as well, if you don't need loads of seed, we are just going to have 2 of these. So I'm going to buy those, yes. And look, 2 bags of seed, pick them up, drop them in your truck, and away you go. Brilliant. How cool is that? Such a great little simple thing, but brings so much to it. The other thing we've got here, as well, is a working probe, which I really like. So if I just fire up this, if you stand here, you can see open gate there. I'm going to press the left mouse button, and then if you look out over there, look, there's the probe coming out, spinning over your trailer, and dumping in, taking its reading, and out it goes again. So you know how much moisture's in your crop. How cool is that? Over here we have our propane purchase point as well, so you know where to pick up your propane to take back to your yards. Over here, well, we've got fuel here as we go around. We've got anhydrous over here as well, which will be coming as soon as No Creek has figured out some of the precision farming stuff. Now it's come out. And then here we have got bigger bags, or we can fill up with lime direct from the dispenser here as well. So great to see this. How good is this? I mean, just find yourself hanging around here all day, couldn't you? And then over here is your livestock market. So all your animals can be picked up from here. Again, you just reverse your truck up and pick them up just in that space there. But what such a nicely thought out, just really nice cooperative area. Probably the highlight of the map for me. It's fantastic. And kind of really adds to... I could really see an immersive gameplay thing going on here with this map. Something I kind of feel has been missing a little bit from maps so far in FS25. So this excites me a lot. Now the train has arrived. So there you go. Kansas City Southern Lines. There you go. Just rolling to a stop here. And we have got 2 trains on the front there. Great to see that the effort has gone into making actual legit trains as well for the map. Brilliant. Just again, that attention to detail, that immersion that No Creek's going for here, really paying off a lot. It's gorgeous, this map. And to be honest, that is about it. Like I said, there isn't tons going on this map. This is kind of rural Missouri, and you've got a lot of fields, a lot of space to harvest, and a couple of small farms to work off. And again, like I said, this fantastic little co-op, which really is the centerpiece of the map for me. So there you go. That is a quick look at Ray County, Missouri from No Creek Farms. This is a beautiful map. It's really well finished. It's polished. There's a lot of attention to detail on it. The cogs are already turning in my head about how I want to play a game on this map. Now, whether that is vids or whether that's me just enjoying the map and playing the game, I don't know yet. But this has so much character, and I could see things happening on this map very creatively. So, on that note, it's due out soon. No date yet. Like I said, No Creek's looking at how we can integrate the anhydrous with precision farming and things like that. So there's a few other things to come down the line. So really looking forward to this coming out and you guys getting the opportunity to play on it. It is beautifully done. So thank you very much for watching. sit back and we'll run that little montage again and you can enjoy it in all its finery. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye for now.